Car prices are getting out of hand and most of us cannot afford to buy brand new cars. Mara itakini. Welcome to another video. We've all heard horror stories about terrible car buying experience. Like the guy who bought a beautiful car only to find out it was the front and back of two wrecked cars that had been cut in half and welded back together. Or the people who pay big deposits on cars they haven't seen and are then ghosted by the seller when they want to take delivery of the car. The price of a used car may not be as hefty, but the cheaper costs exposes you to a lot of risks. Although you cannot completely eradicate the risks, you can lower them to a great degree. In this video, we'll go through the steps you need to take when buying a used car. The first step is to perform preliminary research. In this early stage of your used car buying exercise, you only need to do light research on the types of vehicles you might be interested in. This exercise will help you cross out car models that have any known serious issues. You can easily Google the following information: the average market price for your vehicles of interest, the common problems associated with those vehicles, and reviews from people who own the cars for years. After performing the first step, you'll be left with a list of cars to choose from. This then takes you to the next step. Before we go to the second step, if you love this kind of content, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. With that being said, the next step is to conduct a proper background check. This time around, you'll go shopping for cars in your list. Once you've found your top 3 cars, you are going to go on detective mode. The questions you'll need to ask include the following. Was the car ever involved in an accident? Were there any major repairs done on the car in the past? And are there any aftermarket modifications on the car? There are ways to verify some of the answers you receive. Keep watching. If you are buying from a private seller, then you need to ask them why they are selling the car. Phela people are dodgy and they'll convince you to buy a constant headache. Mara itakini. If you are buying from a dealer, check their reputation online. Make sure the dealer has a license and credentials to prove their experience. I've seen people buying stolen cars from those dodgy dealerships in Joburg, but let me not say anything. Before we move on to the next step, I'd like to give you guys my 2 cents of advice. Please go on your used car buying exercise with an open mind and keep your options open. Do not buy the first car that you find, even if you think you found a great deal. Remember, all that glitters is not gold, so just be sure you are not buying a headache before you commit. Go to different dealerships and private sellers to check cars of the same model and make. You might find a better deal elsewhere, and having options also increases your negotiation power. Suppose that you find the car you want, but it has a higher price when compared to other cars you found. You can mention the lower prices charged by other sellers to get a better deal. Next, you will need to check the car's mileage. Theoretically, the higher the mileage of a car, the higher the maintenance cost. Even if the vehicle had no accidents, high mileage means that the car's parts may have excessive wear and tear. But remember, you cannot rely on mileage only. Some scammers have been known to tamper with the mileage of some cars, so the reading may not be accurate. There are ways to verify the correct mileage. Keep watching. You'll also need to inspect the complete service book. You need to be careful of dodgy dealers and private sellers who advertise their used cars as close to brand new. If they have no service record cause it's as good as new, then you should probably run faster than Murife don't run. A used car with up-to-date service checkups means the owner took good care of it. Only consider vehicles with full service history from accredited service centers. Let's say you've now chosen your perfect car. Ensure that you perform detailed checks on this car. Some of the important things you need to check include the following. You need to check for leaks. You need to ensure that the car has 0 leaks and that the engine is clean. Also check the tires. Uneven worn out tires can be signs of problems in the car's suspension. And inspect the dashboard as well. Dashboard cracks or missing panels are unacceptable. Here's another piece of advice. I know we love to think we know things, but unless you are a qualified mechanic, it's best to find your own mechanic to inspect the vehicle. Although this may add initial expenses to your used car buying exercise, it will help ensure you don't buy a lemon. With that being said, I've got a few bonus tips. You'll also need to ensure that the car is accident-free and theft-free. Be careful, as there are ways to hide the car's background with repairs and repaints. However, incident reports based on a car's VIN and engine number can paint a clearer picture. Many services in South Africa, such as the Vehicle Check website, can help you trace a car's history. The website only charges 99 rands per report, so it shouldn't cost much. Some of the info you'll get from this report include the following: accident and theft history, the year, make, and model of the car's mileage at specific points, and whether or not the car is under finance. Let us now go through the last point I can think of. In Mzansi, it is common to find a car that looks good but doesn't run well. Ensure that you test drive your used car before buying it. During the drive, ensure that the car doesn't make any funny sounds and provides a smooth ride. Also ensure that it doesn't produce excessive exhaust smoke. It's advisable to drive your car through various road surfaces to test how it handles them. Even if used cars are cheaper, the amount of money you'll spend is still significant. Don't base your buying decision on your enthusiasm and learn when to walk away. Choosing a car that has issues is a safety hazard for you and everyone else on the road. Yes, if your lemon breaks down on the highway, then you'll be in trouble. Maraita kini. Thank you for watching.